Look at this fat, giant, morbidly obese squirrel.
I don't know if that was a squirrel, but he was fat.
I don't think that was a squirrel.
It was like a groundhog or something, right?
Yeah, it definitely was not a squirrel, but I love that lady's enthusiasm, though.
Welcome to Dolphin Dreamhouse.
Today we're going to check out some of the strangest and creepiest videos on the entire internet. And guys, if you haven't seen us before, that's because we're brand new to YouTube. So give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. It runs our numbers up on the algorithm and helps us out a lot. So let's get right to the video.
Missing vials of the hantavirus in Australia? That's not suspect at all, neither is what else I'm going to show you in this video. Like what hantavirus actually means in Latin, and it's showing up in certain shows, you know, about doomsday basically. Of course it's not related in just a TV show. So in Australia in 2024, they just happen to have a bunch of vials, like 323 vials of deadly pathogens just go missing. They have no idea what happened to them. And a bunch of them just happen to be hantavirus. So do you remember a few years ago when that one really weird thing happened and we had the name mysteriously pop up in Latin as something weird? Well, my buddy founded at Earth Brothers, hantavirus, I will haunt you, or hantavirus, I haunted the country, depending on where you put the spaces. But obviously not suspect at all, and it means nothing. Are you ready for the craziest freaking part? So the X-Files, the show, you know, about aliens and all that stuff, just happened to have hantavirus, and it was instigated by aliens itself. I believe it was Truth Seeker who found this one, so shout out to him.
It was called out to manage an outbreak of the hantavirus.
You ready for the craziest part? 2 years ago, I told you that a certain 4-letter organization was hiring on pastors with NDAs. Completely unrelated. Can't even make it up.
Bro, that's super strange, right? When you put it in Latin, it's like a different word altogether, but I don't know. For me, I personally don't want to get it, so I'm going to start calling it H-virus.
What's that? Oh, the UFO/alien files have officially been released, and it's getting a bit eerie. Tell me more! Yeah, they've officially released 160 current files involving UFOs and certain things such as orbs that they've caught over the years at military bases, at airports, at Area 51, and various other places. And a lot of the UFOs that they're showing happen to actually be more football-shaped and metallic in color. And they said this is just the beginning. They said there's going to be probably a weekly release of certain files that are going to include pictures, video, certain encounters, and various other things that they said we're not fully prepared for yet, because they said there's things that we aren't going to believe when we first see them. Okay, let's strap in for what's to come and what's going to be released in the near future, because they said they believe it's going to change the course of the world as we know it. Okay.
Yeah, they better go ahead and release some more files, because all I saw was some grainy black and white footage of Tic Tacs in the sky. It looks like it could have been photoshopped like 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, come on, guys, you can do better than that.
I'm sure majority of you have heard and seen the groundbreaking news from the Pentagon regarding UFOs, UAPs, and the footage specifically that they released of that 8-pointed star UFO. But here's the thing. These sightings of different UFOs have been going back hundreds and thousands of years, and more recently, these sightings exploded. People are recording and capturing these sightings all the time. So thank you to the government for coming forward. But we already know they're real. We just don't know what they are, who they are, and where they're from. Take a look at this footage that comes from a witness who was walking to McDonald's around midnight when he literally captures a triangular UFO above it. Comment below. Tell us what you think.
Hey y'all, we're walking to McDonald's at 12 a.m. at night. Look what we got us right here. We got some of that alien action everybody's been talking about on the news. Look at that right there. I was about to get me a McRib too. Wait, you think they want a McRib? Hey, y'all want a McRib? Y'all want a McRib? I'll get him a McRib. Would you think I should get him a McRib? All right, y'all stay safe out there, you heard?
Yeah, that star thing was super weird. But that was pretty funny. That guy was offering him McRib.
Now, that's the way to really get rid of the aliens. If we find out that they're actually hostile, then just feed them a McRib from McDonald's, and I guarantee they'll all pass away.
Some of the pictures released today in the U.S. government's UFO and extraterrestrial disclosure are pretty interesting and outright weird. So I just thought I'd show you a couple of them now that really grabbed my attention. This is a picture from like the 1950s. You see the little guy right there? By the way, the happy face is covering up stuff we don't need to see. That's supposed to be an extraterrestrial alien. Yeah, that's what they're saying it is. That's from the government's own archives. And that picture was also enhanced so we can see it even better. So take another look. This is definitely weird. And if that is an extraterrestrial, these people were parading it around like a stray cat they found in the street. Now I zoomed in on that image so we can get a better view. And once again, I covered up the part that no one needs to see. But this is really weird looking. That very well could be an extraterrestrial. I don't know. I would absolutely discard that image if it wasn't in the government's own archive that they kept secret from the public for decades. Then we got this one of an object that was recorded from a military jet. This is absolutely a craft of some kind. Can't get a scale of how big it is though. And once again, it's weird, baby. It's weird. Remember, that's also from the government's own archive that they've been keeping secret from us for decades. So my question is, what do you think about the recently or just released UFO extraterrestrial evidence from the United States government? Because to me it's pretty interesting, but it doesn't really clear anything up. But like I said, I want to know what you think. Let me know down in the comment section. Shabadoo Bushkis, Shabadoo.
What the heck was that?
Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about that one? That was like a little gremlin or something. Like, I don't know about that one, bro.
Yeah, he looked malnourished.
Yeah, maybe he needed a McRib.
Someone cooked here.
Bro, if that's true, then I know exactly who's flying those planes over my house. It's Wile E. Coyote.
The whole time, I just know y'all lying. Did y'all know that wisdom teeth contains stem cells? Allegedly, it's aid to repair the heart, the brain, and bones. Not only that, scientists also is saying that stem cells are being able to repair liver damage, kidney disease, lung tissue damage, and diabetes. Wisdom teeth contains dental pulp, a tissue that's threaded with blood vessels and nerves. Now, am I tripping, y'all? Because I know my whole life, they've been teaching us and telling us, you gotta go get them wisdom teeth pulled. Make sure you get them wisdom teeth pulled out before you get too older. And they was trying to take them out to kill us. Didn't want us to repair ourselves, heal, nothing. Not only that, have y'all noticed, when you do get your wisdom teeth pulled, you can't even take the bitch home. What y'all doing with my teeth? I'm pissed. You niggas to rob me out of mine. All of a sudden now we just got a cure for everything. That's why they named wisdom. Y'all comment down below. Y'all let me know if y'all still got y'all's, if y'all knew this information already.
There's definitely a reason they're called wisdom teeth.
Yeah, I didn't get mine taken out. Mine came all the way through. They're like poking in all in the bottom. I'm like, those are my best teeth.
Yeah,
There's
they're the freshest.
Yeah, my thought process is that they've been underneath the gums for like 20 years or whatever before they came through. Like, all my other teeth have been out here getting, McRibs all over them for the last 20 years. Why would I want to get rid of my best teeth?
What's that? Oh, on page 22 of the release UFO Files from the FBI, it talks specifically about how the newcomers or the alien life, how they're peaceful, but then later on in the same note talk about the technology they have that could easily disintegrate anything that they fire it at. Tell me more! Yeah, this is getting wild because this is just the first part and the first disclosure that we're having, and there's going to be a lot more. As they say, roughly every week we're going to get more information. But we started out by saying, well, they're peaceful, But in the same note, they have certain technology that literally, that they point this thing at, it can disintegrate it. Doesn't matter the size, doesn't matter what material it's made of, it's going to disintegrate. Oh, fun. They also said this disclosure is going to get more and more intense, but if this is where we're starting, what's going to come next? Okay.
Nah, bro. No. No. We're not doing Independence Day.
Nah.
Sorry, I'm not Will Smith. I'm not Jeff Goldblum. We're not doing Independence Day,
Yeah,
everybody.
Let's skip that movie.
Let's band together and just say we're not going to do Independence Day. Okay?
Yeah.
The secret is in silence, and that's why they don't want you to have any. Have you ever thought about why there are radios in cars? Why do we need to listen to talk shows or music in the car? Why do we need to have Bluetooth to connect to our cars to play music? It's because they don't want us to think. Think about it. We think best in silence. Have you ever gotten lost while driving your car? What's the first thing you do? You turn the radio volume down. Why? So you can think. There's music everywhere. Why is there music in the doctor's office? Why is there music in a grocery store? Is it so we can't think or don't think? And we don't realize what we're putting in our carts is not food. There's so many different places where there's music or TVs. You're pumping gas at a gas station. Why does there need to be a music or a TV blasting advertisements? Because the goal is when there's noise, you can't think effectively. So what happens when there's silence? Introspection. You can think about a lot of things of what makes sense, what doesn't make sense, what's good, what needs to change. But if there's a constant bombardment of noise, you can't think properly, or you don't think at all. When you think of people having eureka moments, when people get ideas, usually when do you hear that happening? It's a lot of times when they're in the shower. Not playing music, the only thing they hear is the water hitting the ground. Or they're in a tub and they don't hear anything. Why? Because that's the time where your mind can actually process, your mind can work problems out with you thinking about it and with you not thinking about it. But your mind needs silence in order to optimize its capabilities. That's why there's music and there's TVs and places that it doesn't need to be, that don't make sense. But if you only had the silence to think about why it doesn't make sense, be in silence. It doesn't need to be a TV on in the background. They have us thinking silence is awkward. Oh, there is an awkward silence. Silence isn't awkward because during that silence, people are thinking. But you believe silence is awkward. Isn't that strange?
Oh my gosh, that is so true. When I'm in a store and they're blaring super loud music, I cannot think straight. And it's always the same music too, if you haven't noticed. Like, it's been the same music since I was a kid.
It's like the same 100 songs on a loop. I worked in a big box store back in the day, and I stocked shelves like early in the morning, like before the store opened and stuff. And it would be the same, I swear, it was like 50 songs that were on a loop. And by, hour 3 or 4, I'm starting to hear the same songs. And after an 8-hour shift, it was just those same songs over and over. It will drive you insane.
And it's always way too loud.
Yeah, dude, turn down the volume. All I'm doing is trying to buy some peanut butter and jelly for some sandwiches. Like, I don't need to be dancing around to Katy Perry, Baby You're a Firework.
Now I could listen to that on repeat all day long.
Bro, that morning dove sound takes me back like it's like 1996. I don't have a care in the world. I'm chilling at my grandma's house. She's made some homemade pies. I'm riding my bike. I'm all sweaty. Bro, that is a nostalgic sound right there.
These FBI files were declassified just 2 days ago, and they're blowing up on the internet. June 8th, 1967, Paul Payel, an Austrian-born Luftwaffe mechanic, walks into the Miami FBI office. He tells agents that in late 1943 and 1944, deep in Austria's Black Forest, the Nazis built a real flying disc. 21 feet wide, jet engines mounted around the exterior ring and rotated around a stationary central dome. Radio controlled, he claimed he photographed it in flight at 20,000 feet and took a second photo inside the hangar at the risk of his life. Paul even handed over technical details. The fuel was a specialised oxygen holding mixture of hydrogen peroxide and methyl alcohol. He said the craft downed at least one American B-26 bomber. The FBI didn't dismiss him, they documented everything and noted he seemed rational, and forwarded the entire report to headquarters and the US Air Force for review. But that's only the first bombshell. July 1947, peak flying saucer panic right after Roswell. A Long Island newspaper, Newsday, prints a weird cryptogram as a prank. A woman in Hicksville cracks the code line by line and immediately calls the FBI. Her decoded message reads, "Tired of human nonsense, won't await atomic war, disrupting solar system. So sent flying discs and will set up a world order under Martians late this year." The FBI laboratory in Washington examined the graph paper code and officially confirmed her decoding was substantially correct. The memo even reached J. Edgar Hoover's office. Only later did the newspaper admit it was a local guy's joke riding the UFO hysteria wave. Now, were these real, genuine eyewitness testimonies and accounts that actually happened? And more so with the cryptogram, could that actually be something real rather than a prank? And is there an operation at play to kind of downplay what actually that was about? So, I'm not entirely sure. It kind of makes you scratch your head a little bit, but what do you guys think? You guys let me know down below. I'm on the fence a little bit, but interesting either way. There's more documents to kind of pull apart. More coming soon, mate.
I mean, would it surprise you if it was a world government who created the first flying saucer that we saw? Kind of weird.
It is kind of weird.
We're just going to have to wait and see. We'll find out when they land on the White House lawn or they're hovering over the U.S. Bank Center in L.A. like an Independence Day.
Come on. You like them? That's better than that bones. Them chicken bones you were eating. Get you one more. Here, I'll get you one more. Here. They taste pretty good, don't they? Them ranch Doritos. I'll give you one more. I ain't getting you no more, cause I gotta have some. Wait a minute. Here. 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 Come here. Here. Here, come here. Come on. Come on, Siren. Come on. Here. Here.
All right, that's might be what that lady thought was a squirrel earlier.
Yeah, and I think that that's exactly why there are signs up that say don't feed the wildlife. That groundhog just had monosodium glutamate for his very first time. He's going to go back to all the other groundhogs in his little colony and he's going to tell them about this amazing flavor, and then he's going to crash from it. And he's going to have withdrawals from MSG, and he's going to be freaking out. That's why you don't feed the wildlife.
Don't feed the wildlife.
And if you do feed them, don't give them Cool Ranch Doritos.
And that's it for the video, you guys.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Dolphin Dreamhouse, and we'll catch you on the next one. Later.